issue.
how can you even cut marijuana, for example, which is one of the few drugs that I am familiar with, that like with something like fentanyl, like wouldn't you be able to see
No,
the?
no, it's tiny. It's particles. So
Wow.
it's you can aerosolize or gas uh, fentanyl very easily.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you recall, but there was a situation in the Soviet Union. This was 10, 15 years ago. And they had a bunch of rebels that took over a movie theater. And the Soviets were, they didn't want to attack the movie theater directly because they were convinced that the Chechen rebels would kill the people that were there. So they decided to drop a fentanyl bomb. And they thought, well, what will happen is these people go to sleep. And then we'll walk in and we'll take care of it and we'll get people to wake up and it'll be fine. So they dropped this fentanyl bomb in and they killed almost everybody because the problem was that it aerosolizes so quickly, it becomes a gas and it's a weapon of mass destruction. It's like mustard gas. And so these people inhale it, and what they do is they get stiff chest syndrome, and so they can't breathe, and they've been overdosed on opiate. So it doesn't take much to do. It takes like the equivalent of if you looked at a grain of salt, a grain of salt. That's all it would take to kill you. If you
What?
mix that into a grain of salt, one grain.
Hold on.
So
Okay, that because that just blew the back
yeah,
of my head off. So how if that's the amount that it would take a
to kill
fentanyl
you.
to kill someone, how are they even administering this in hospitals where it is necessary? Like
Because they
how do you what you have to atomize it? I don't
no
understand.
no 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 no. So so in hospitals, what we get is we get carpules, or we get so the hospital fentanyl that we're getting has 200 micrograms in it, and it's diluted. And remember, we're doing this under anesthesia, so I'm gonna give you low dose fentanyl for pain, but I'm fully monitoring you. I've got a pulse oximeter on you. I've got your EKG monitored, and I'm an anesthesiologist. So I'm going to give you some fentanyl, and I might be putting you to sleep, and I might be intubating you. And the fentanyl will wear off over a certain time period. And if you do get stiff chest, I can give you a muscle relaxant to stop that stiff chest. So you're fully monitored. You do the same thing on the street, and first of all, you don't know whether you're getting 200 micrograms or 20,000 micrograms. So we just had a seizure of fentanyl 2 days ago in the United States, and it came through our southern border, and it was about a small quantity. I mean, like a box, like a small shoebox size of fentanyl. There was enough fentanyl in there to kill 30 million people.
What?
Yeah. And so it takes very little to kill. And that's the problem.